Hello and Happy New Year! Today is 2023 and we're starting off with a bang. Adosia, a decentralized manufacturing solution building on Cardano. Today we're going to be talking about the Rocket NFT drop that just launched, how Adosia got where it is today, and at the end I'll show a walkthrough of my 3D printer setup and how the process works when a customer orders one of these unique 3D printable collectibles that match their NFT. So check the timestamps in the description below if you want to skip ahead, and let's dive in. Alright, so here we are on the Adosia NFT purchase site, and right away you can see an example up in the corner there, and you can purchase with 100 ADA. You can use 50 ADA or 5,000 ADO tokens, the native token of Adosia, or you can use 50 ADA and 5,000 space coins. Space coins are one of the original meme coins that the founders of Adosia created back when we first got NFTs available on Cardano and multi-assets. Alright? So a bunch of different wallet options here. I'm going to connect my Yoroi, or my Typhon wallet. Sorry, Yoroi. Allow. And boom, right away, you can see my balance. It only lets you select the option that you have available, so it detects what you have in your wallet. I do not have ADO or space coins. And then really cool, it restricts how many NFTs you can purchase based on the balance of your wallet as well. So you can purchase up to 8 at one time, but I only have enough for 3. So that's what it's going to allow me to do. I'm going to purchase 1 here. There we go. All right. So it detects. It's going to mint a Space Rocket NFT. There's all of the UTXOs. And I'm going to sign it. There we go. Submitted to the blockchain. All right. I'm going to get a transaction complete. It is verified that it is on the blockchain. And the website looks good to go, and it allows you to purchase again if you want to. So here I'm looking at my wallet, and we can see that I have a transaction of 100 ADA that was taken out. And I can go to my assets page, and there it is. Ooh, I got an Imperial white and black one. Very nice. And we can go to Cardano scan, check it out. All right, if you want to see the metadata and everything for the NFT, go to Pool.pm. And then on the right-hand side, you've got an option to look at your wallet. So I selected the Typhon symbol. I'm going to allow it to have access to my wallet, and here I can see everything. And I can look at the NFT in full resolution and whatnot with all of the attached files. All right, so right away it's loading up a GLB file. This is a 3D augmented reality file. So if you download this and put it into like a Windows augmented reality viewer, you can kind of spin it around in space and it looks really cool. We've got a couple different images here. Here we've got all the metadata. And then really cool, here we've got the bill of materials. So this is where we can see the STL files. That is what the 3D printers use. So that's what we'll use when we need to make this rocket into an actual physical 3D print. So there we can, the 3D printers know exactly which ones they need to print so that when we ship it and send it, you guys get the right one. And then we also mix in the color scheme is important as well. So this is actually an exact replica of what we're going to 3D print if you order one of these rockets as a 3D print. I've been involved with Adosia for the past year, along with a group of other 3D printer operators. I work as a certified journeyman machinist for my day job, and I have a few 3D printers at home that I've had as a hobby because they use the same G code as the machines that I use at work. So when I saw a tweet go out a while ago asking for 3D printer operators for an unknown project building on Cardano, I jumped at the opportunity. Since then, we've worked with a couple literal SpaceX engineers to design and tweak a set of 3D printable NFTs with interchangeable parts and color schemes. It took about 4 months total to dial in everything and do the test prints to get it to a point where we were happy with it. But that was just the start. Since then, the team Kyle Solomon has assembled has been working on the software side to build a full marketplace where designers can upload things to be printed, and they get a royalty if their design gets printed. 3D printers can select jobs to print and ship based on their geographical location, and then customers gain access to this global network of printers to get 3D prints shipped to them from their local region while saving on shipping costs. The marketplace is due to go into a testnet phase that will last for up to a year. There are a ton of smart contracts in the works for this project because we're attempting to keep purchasing and order tracking on the blockchain to make it transparent for the customer and the printers all the way through. If you have your own 3D printer and would like to print these rockets for yourself, we've included the STL files for every single one of these rocket parts in the metadata. So looking at our NFT on Pool.pm, we can scroll all the way down to the metadata, and here at the top we have bill of materials. So we'll click on that, and this brings up a raw JSON file, and every one of these blocks and brackets represents a different STL file needed to print. So here we've got the type, so we have a fin, we have the color black, quantity 4, and then what we need is the source line here. So we're going to copy just this part that I've highlighted after the ipfs colon //, and we're going to go to a new tab, and you need to add ipfs.nftstorage.link. And I'll add this to the description as well so that you can just copy that if you need to. But before that, we're going to paste in that line that we just grabbed from the JSON file and hit enter. All right, from here, it's going to prompt a download. And here, I'm just going to call it fin. And you need to add at the end .stl. If you don't do that, Windows won't recognize what file type it is. And IPFS doesn't download it with the .stl file extension after it. So hit the enter. And here we can see in my downloads, I've got fin.stl. So I'm going to open this up. I prefer Prusa Slicer. And boom, there we go. We have our fin that we can print and do whatever we want with. So you need to do that for each one of the files in this JSON. And then there you can go. You can print them as you like. If you know how to use IPFS a bit more, any public or local IPFS node or gateway can also download and store a copy of these STL files. All right, so here we are in my basement with a few of my printers. I've got a job running on a couple of my printers right now for a customer. I have an Ender 3, Ender 5, and a Prusa i3 MK3 in the middle there. This is just the part that's getting printed right now as the end result, a symbol. All three of my printers are hooked up below to different Raspberry Pis, and they're running different printing software. I don't like the default printer software that comes with the Enders. So those are running Clipper for those of you that want to know. And here I can remotely check all of my printer and kind of control everything from all the different computers and even my phone in my house because it's all networked into my local network. So I've got lots and lots of printer filament kind of sitting there on the side, just different colors and materials. And in the windows, there are a couple of the test print rockets and other things I've done. And then here are some of the finished rockets that we were test printing. So yeah, you can see how big they are. And you know, they're exact replicas of what you'll see in the NFT, right? We got a stand for a couple of them. In this one, you know, you can see the door actually opens up. So everything on the rockets works, and they all screw together or fit together in different ways. So pretty cool. So here you can see I have one of the rocket bodies loaded up in my slicing software, and this is what tells the printers to do. So I've got a whole bunch of settings here with all of these things here, and you've got filament settings, and you've got printer settings, and all kinds of stuff. So I hit slice, and then I can see here what the printer's actually going to do. So if you can zoom in, you can see the individual lines, right? The top of this one has a bit of a thread on it, and that's how it attaches to the nose cones. And then I can zoom in and look at these layers. So on the inside, you can see that they're actually mostly hollow. But then you have this infill, as we call it. So the infill kind of gives it structural support without requiring as much material. And we can go all the way down, and you can, you know, it's pretty cool. You can see all the way down the rocket, look at everything, inspect it all, make sure it all looks good. Yeah, and then from there, I send it off to the printers I have downstairs, and they'll take it away. And you know, we did months and months of testing, test printing all these different rockets to make sure that they'd work and that the connections would fit and the doors would close properly. And it was a lot of work, but we're really proud of what we got so far. And this is just a start for Adosia, and to really kick things off and give a good test of the printer network and how it all works with having a whole group of people all around the world printing the same thing and getting the standards and the tolerances and the sizes to all work properly. I hope you guys found this video helpful with the Mint walkthrough, how to download the STLs, look at your NFTs, and a little bit of a behind the scenes of what we're doing as printer operators when you order a physical print of the NFT. So I left the links down in the description to everything that I mentioned, as well as the minting website. And feel free to hit us up on Twitter and Discord, which I also put in the description below. See you guys next time.